All right, so hi, how are you doing today?
Hello, very good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How do we just meet right now?
Oh, I was actually sit on the bench because I'm going to yoga and I wait my time and I
Got
have
it.
like 20 minutes.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
And you come to me and ask, can
Yeah,
I interview you? And I say, of course, yes.
exactly. So, in terms of like my approach coming up, what did you think about it? Was it good? Was it bad?
Your approach very good.
Very good.
American people very nice.
Nice, nice. Thank you so much. So first of all, when you heard about the three topics I gave you, do you remember what they are?
Fit,
Uh huh.
women's health,
Yeah, mental health.
mental
Uh-huh.
health, and third one,
Reflexology.
reflexology. I don't know this word's very good
It's
though.
okay. It's okay. We'll
Mhm.
we'll give you information. And you just tell me how you feel about it. So when you hear feet, right?
Yeah,
What's the first thing you think about?
pedicure.
Pedicure. Okay, nice, nice. Making them look nice, right? Okay. So we're gonna ask you some questions today about feet, and you just tell me how you feel once we get there. Okay.
Yeah.
What about mental health? What do you think about when you hear mental health?
Mental health, I think about strength
Okay.
to face problem without overthinking
Okay.
and be optimistic.
Okay.
That's the
Nice.
first what comes.
Nice, nice. We're gonna ask you some questions about social media
Mhm.
and the impacts it can have on depression and anxiety. You can just tell me how you feel about that, okay? What about reflexology? You said you never heard of that before?
I don't know what does mean
Okay,
reflexology.
cool. We're gonna give you some information today, and then you can tell me your thoughts about it, okay?
Yeah.
So let's start with the first question. What are your thoughts about how the world is starting to become more aware of mental health and what we're doing about it? What do you think about
I
that?
think very good. I
Okay.
think we're going good direction.
Mhm.
I think a little bit we overthink sometimes problems.
Yeah.
Overthink, but we're moving good. But sometimes I think it's like if you eat a lot, you have to go use a diet
You
because
have
you
to
feel
die,
like.
yeah.
So maybe I think it's we moving good forward. We try to be more understand other people, but I think in America people overall support and more understanding than
Yeah.
other countries. People with mental health, special actors who happy celebrities and they
Yeah.
going to wrong direction. People always very understanding.
Got it, got it. What about social media? First of all, what are your thoughts about it? And then how do you use social media yourself?
I use social media like normal medium person.
Uh-huh.
I don't try to make business on YouTube or something, so I'm very normal. But I have a daughter, 11 years old, and
Okay.
sometimes I think social media a little bit doesn't help me raise my child the way I want it.
Okay.
Because sometimes I think it's too much open stuff, bad words, and
Yeah.
even that my daughter cannot have Facebook because somebody could stole her. It's like
Yeah.
too much information.
Bullying, things like that. Absolutely.
Bullying is good
Yeah.
to advertise, but we have lots of sexual,
Yeah, yeah.
bisexual
Yeah, yeah.
cartoons.
Got it, got it.
Especially people who suicidal a
Yeah,
lot.
so
Mhm.
true,
I
so
think
true.
it's
Yeah.
a little bit not helping me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely true. In terms of social media, right? Let's say somebody came to you and said, change whatever you like about it. Change whatever. Is there anything you would change?
Yeah, I will take in Instagram those naked women, just sexy women naked. They put me in depression every time.
Okay.
I will take them off.
No more, no more. Okay.
This is what I would change in the beginning. I really doesn't have problem with social media.
Yeah.
I have people once open my account, but I'm pretty okay looking woman, and
Yeah.
I have lots of picture by myself with the body and everything, but
Yeah.
I never have problem with this.
Got it. Got it. Sounds good. In terms of anxiety, right? Is there anything that causes you anxiety? And you don't have to go too deep, but just like maybe more surface level. Is there anything that does that for you?
Let me tell you this, I'm from Ukraine.
Yeah.
I'm a strong Ukrainian woman. I don't have
Nice.
anxiety, it's not in my mental, but my daughter has anxiety
Oh, okay.
after I separate with my husband, and I learn more from her.
Got
And
it.
you know what I think in America, people so much shelter each other and so nice
Yeah.
that you don't grow strength from each other. You hurt my feelings. This is what I take from language. Nobody could hurt your feelings.
Got it.
You should be strong person. Don't let nobody touch your heart. Nobody should touch your feeling. So for me personal, I don't have anxiety. I have bad thoughts and I have my fears, but I always remind I'm in a good place. I'm lucky to be here.
I love
I meet
that.
cool people, so for me it's not particular my topic. But my daughter,
She deals with
I
it.
read books. You have really good literature about anxiety actually in
Yeah.
America for kids, and she has separation anxiety. But I'm working on her and provide more strength and
That's
understanding.
nice. That's nice. That's definitely good. All right, so let's get into these questions now, okay?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about your feet? How do you feel about your feet?
My feet is beautiful, but if speaking about feet, when I came in America, I meet one man,
Uh huh.
and he was so much like me, and we talk. And after he told me, oh, and I say, I'm a professional ballroom dancer in my past. And he say, oh, probably you have bad feet. I say, why? He say, because you're a dancer. And I'm scared of girls who have bad feet. So my feet is totally fine.
Got it.
I feel good about my feet.
Okay.
I use open shoes often.
Nice.
I walk bare feet. So my feet is beautiful. I think I'm totally fine.
Nice. Love it. So have you ever received compliments about your feet before? Anybody ever said your nice feet? Okay.
I have, but it's only men who probably, I think, call fetish. And I have a man who really loves my feet, and I'm totally okay. Nice.
So when you get a compliment about that, how does it make you feel?
I am a person, if you compliment me on anything, I will say, oh, thank you.
Nice.
I feel good.
So what are things you do like to get complimented about? Like if somebody's going to give you a compliment, what is something for you? It's like, to you put that at the highest regard.
You know, I actually have a people around me, and I could walk and see beautiful girl walking with a beautiful man. I always tell, wow, you're so pretty. Yeah. Because people always give me compliments every day for my accent, from my hair, for my stature. So I always do compliment back. About how I feel just somebody make me smile for no reason. That's why I teach my daughter, always give compliments people for anything.
Make them feel better.
Absolutely. I am not a complex woman, and I'm not I don't feel everything is harassment. This is not for me.
Got it. In terms of like if you're dating somebody, or you're gonna start dating somebody, right? What is something you would consider to be like a potential deal breaker, something like you can't deal with?
What I cannot do with my man?
Yeah. Something you're like, I can't deal with that. Huh?
Threesome. I mean, first comes in my mind.
Hey, I love it. Okay, that's a good one. How often do you get pedicures?
Once.
Because you said the first thing. Yeah, you said the first thing you think about is pedicures. So
yeah, once in 2 weeks.
Once every 2 weeks.
Like I have purple nail color right now.
Okay, all right, cool. So what's your favorite color to get?
I prefer all red color of green.
Red, and it's your hair too, right?
I prefer red. Today I have purple. But I love red, any kind of red, dark, light. Yeah. But not pink, not this kind of stuff. Red, like a woman.
You like the ones that stand out bold, right?
I like to be as a strong Ukrainian, confident woman.
I love it. In terms of like pedicures, have you ever heard of a medical pedicure before?
No.
So a medical pedicure is when you go see a podiatrist. It's a specialist of the foot. They take a look at your feet to like make sure your nails grow correctly. They check your toe alignment to make sure it's right. They check for like dead skin, fungus. They do all the work there with medical grade equipment. Okay. What would your thoughts on being on seeing somebody like that to like see more about information about your feet, how your feet
I think to see information about anything parts of my body is great. Professional, whatever you want, piece of hair, everything. Yeah, but you know, my feet never pain. I run a lot on the beach. I walk barefoot. Yeah. I let my daughter only walk barefoot if we go to park. Yeah. So everything which is make my health better, why not? Got it. I will feel good, but I never been there because my feet never pain. I don't have problem with my nails.
Got it. Okay. How often do you wear like open toe shoes, sandals, flip flops, things like that?
In summer every time, but I love closed shoes. Okay. Personal, because I feel my feet fingers build up this way that it's better to have this close.
Oh, structure to like.
I like Christian Louboutin.
Okay.
So I like close point, but I have lots of shoes in the first case, and lots of bare feet open. Okay. Shoes, yeah.
How often do you go barefoot? Because you've been talking about it quite often. How often do you go barefoot?
I walk at home barefoot, even if it's cold. And I go to yoga here on the bluff. Got it. So as soon as I came there, I take and I walk with my barefoot.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So now, can we see what your feet look like?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Leave your socks on. She already took it off. It's okay. And then take this one off too. But leave the sock on. Okay. All right. What size do you wear, first of all?
8.
Size 8. Okay, they're nice. Your toes are aligned perfectly. Is your second toe bigger or your bigger toes?
This one bigger. That's why I like more square shoes.
So you have the Grecian toe alignment.
Right.
So if your bigger toe is bigger, it'd be Egyptian. So you have a Grecian. That's good. All right. Yeah. Cool. All right. And let me get you extend your feet out like this. Like straight. Yeah, there you go. All right. Now you can take that sock off now. Okay. All right. So now how are you feeling? We're going through this. We met a few minutes ago. We asked some questions. We're looking at your feet now. What are your thoughts? How are you feeling about it?
Kind of funny.
Kind of funny?
It's funny, like you want to see my feet. Nobody wants to see it. They say, what about this? What about that? What about that?
Yeah. So let me give you some insight into like why my channel started. Leave your feet out. We're going to go through a couple more exercises, okay? So during quarantine, I was watching another guy's channel, right? Mm-hmm. And he was talking about exposure therapy. Are you familiar with that?
No.
So exposure therapy is for people who overthink situations, right? So let's say, for example, there's a situation where it's like maybe you're interested in somebody, but like for you in your mind, you start thinking about all the things that could happen. This could happen, that could happen. You overthink it, right?
Yeah.
So what therapists prescribe for people like that who deal with that, right? They tell you to go out, put yourself in a situation that makes you feel uncomfortable, right? Kind of like what you were saying earlier, right? A lot of times we tend to like be sensitive about things, right? But it's because we don't experience it. We don't allow ourselves to feel it so that way we can be comfortable with it, right? So that's what therapists want you to do. Go out, put yourself in that situation, be comfortable with it, learn to like deal with it, right? Because a lot of times when we tend to say we don't want to do things, it's because of fear, like, right? Oh, if I do this, like this might happen, right? But in reality, nothing's probably gonna happen. Like, so go out and do that so you can experience life till its fullest, right? Enjoy life, right? So I heard that and I was like, all right, that's really dope. Like, I like that. Let me start a YouTube channel like centered around that exposure therapy, but also talking about feet, because a lot of people are uncomfortable with it. A lot of people feel weird about it. They're like, it's weird, it's, you know, uncomfortable. Sometimes there's like connotations attached to it that make people feel weird. And I want to go out and do that to have experiences with women to see what they feel, get their reactions about how they feel so that people can see it and start to learn to be more comfortable with it, right? So let's say somebody was interested in feet, right? And they wanted to tell somebody that they like, right? I like feet. They don't have to feel like I'm going to get judged or somebody's going to like look at me as being weird or something like that. They can be comfortable with it. So that's what my channel's all about, trying to normalize the conversation around feet. What are your thoughts about that?
I want to ask you first question. Why your thoughts about feet so important? Did somebody ever hurt you? Ever just like you because of your feet?
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you this. So the reason why it's so important to me, so I grew up like knowing that I like the female anatomy of feet, right? The way that it's curved. I like it when the like toenails are done, things like that, right? For me in the past, expressing that to somebody was hard because I'm like, society looks at it as weird. So it's like, if I tell this person, they're going to look at me as being weird, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't until I met my current girlfriend where she asked me, like, when we first started dating, what do you like? What are you into? And I was like, at first I had the thought, like, I'm not going to tell her I'm into feet because she'll think I'm weird. But then I was like, no, you know what? I'm just going to say it. And then if she doesn't like me because of that, then so be it, you know? And I told her and she was completely like, oh, it's fine. It's, you know, there's nothing wrong. It's a part of the anatomy. Like, if there's other things that are like worse that you could be into than that. So like, it's perfectly fine.
What does your girlfriend think about that you now meet lots of women and about feet? And after she watched with you videos, what she say? Oh, she has good feet. She has bad feet.
Yeah, so she's fine with it because she knows like the reason why I started the channel is to like make it more comfortable for everybody to be able to talk about. So like me going out and getting the interactions from different women is like good. So she's like, she's comfortable.
You know, I think what I noticed in America, I am 11 years living here. I noticed in America, everything is about women's not so comfortable with themselves.
Yeah.
That's why whenever I go, people invite me somewhere. I am never single woman. People always like me, man.
Yeah.
Because I think as a woman, be more confident. You like feet? Then do my feet.
Sure,
you like hands? Do hands. You want ear? You take it.
Yeah.
And I think in America, I don't know how this woman's so pretty, so confident, very smart, very polite. But I have a man, my friend, who tell me, I see, how is your private life? You're such a good man, so strong, so successful. He say, Natalia, you know, I break up with a good girlfriend because once I ask her, keep your shoes on with open toes, and she think I told it it's a creep and this, and she left me. She told that I'm psycho. Beautiful man.
Yeah.
I wish he like me.
Yo,
beautiful man.
It's like, come to me.
You know, and I say, where is she from? She says, she's American. He's American man.
Yeah.
And I was told, really? If somebody asked me to keep my feet I freaking put birds with open toes. I freaking cut the shoes.
Well, especially because it's like, if you like somebody, right, you're going to want to be involved in what they like because it's going to make you connect on a deeper level, right? And it's like you said, a lot of times we look at things and we're like, sensitive about things we don't need to be sensitive about. Like, what's the difference between, I always ask people this, right? When women tell me like, oh, liking feet is weird, I ask them this. I said, what's the difference between if a guy likes breasts or he likes butts? Is there a difference?
I always ask men, you about asses or about breasts?
Yeah.
I always ask men.
But there's no difference, right? Because it's still a body part, right? You still like something, and that's what it's more about. So I try to like always express that it doesn't change. It just means that you find something to be more normal than this is. but it's like everything is still a part of the anatomy.
Yes,
so.
I don't know, but I think it's a more complex of women and societies that they too
Yep.
much give information what is normal. For me, everything what I allowed, if I wanted to do it,
You do it.
I
Yeah.
would do it, or I just tell guy I'm not comfortable, it's okay. But I'm not the type of woman, specifically if I like a man.
Yeah.
If I love the man,
Alright.
for sure.
So let's talk about reflexology, okay? So
Yeah.
reflexology is about the different pressure points you have in your hands and in your feet,
Yeah.
right? Those pressure points and nerve endings connect to different parts of your body. So,
Got it.
for example, through massage, through acupuncture, through acupressure, you can alleviate like stress and tension to various parts of your body. So, if you're somebody who deals with migraines, there's a portion of your foot and your hands you can massage that will alleviate the tension you feel in those moments, right?
Mhm.
What are your thoughts about that? Have you heard about that before? Is it
Yes,
familiar?
I did acupuncture because I'm a dancer before,
Yeah.
bottom dancer in my knee, and I go to acupuncturist a lot. My ex-husband is acupuncturist.
Oh, nice.
So I believe in this system very much.
Okay, nice.
Mhm.
So with that being said, right, when we enter reflexology, I always ask about sensitivity. How ticklish do you tend to be?
It's sensitive, how ticklish.
Ticklish. Are you like ticklish?
No, when I do pedicure, I can
Okay.
sometimes feel ticklish.
So you get pedicures, you're ticklish? Now I have a trick for you
Mhm.
that can be helpful for you when you get pedicures. Do you mind if we test it? Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so let me get you, put your feet back out like this. All right.
But anyway, how is my feet? You like it?
Your feet are nice.
I could be a girlfriend.
Your feet are very nice. They're very.
I mean, I don't mind your girlfriend, but
No, your feet are very nice. They're really. I see that you have a little bit of an arch there. Your toes go in alignment, but not like crooked or anything like that.
but
So
you know,
they're nice.
I'm a dancer, so my feet lots of time being like that. You know,
Yeah, but they're fine. I
so
like
it's
them.
normal.
I like them. All right, so let's start with the right one.
That
I want
one.
you to tell me where it's sensitive at, and then tell me which foot is most sensitive. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Or where do you feel it at most when I'm doing this? Do you feel it? Is it in the arch? Is it at the bottom? Is it at the top?
Go. Okay, here. Right here.
Right here. So you
Yeah.
feel it mostly here. Okay. Let's try your left. Tell me if
Yeah.
this one is more sensitive, okay? Do you feel it? Where you feel this one at?
Maybe here.
Right here towards the bottom.
Something.
That's where you
like-
feel
yeah.
that at.
Yeah, there. Like
Now,
here.
here's what I want you to do, okay? Wiggle your toes while I'm doing it. Just do like this with your toes. Do you feel it less or more?
Less.
Less? Do you know why?
No.
So because first of all, your mind is actively thinking about doing something else,
Mhm.
right? So it's like a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
But also your muscles, they're moving, so it can't pick up on the sensation, right?
Makes
so that's a
sense.
trick for you. When you get pedicures, if you're a little ticklish, just wiggle your toes a little bit.
Yeah, that's when they do this scrubbing.
Yeah, just wiggle your toes a little bit.
Okay,
It'll help you out.
thank you.
Try your left. Let's try the left. Wiggle your toes here. All right.
Okay.
Wiggle. Do this. Is it less or more? Less still? Yeah?
Maybe not. Now more.
This one's more. Really? Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right.
Really? That's interesting. Okay. Usually it's the right foot
But
that's
maybe
more
because
sensitive.
now I'm thinking quite ticklish less. Isn't my answer not good, but it's how I feel.
Interesting. Okay. Let me get you to do a couple exercises. This
Okay.
is going to be to test the flexibility and dexterity of your feet. And you're a dancer, so maybe this is going to be a little easy for you to do, okay? So let me just set this up real
Before
quick.
I was a dancer.
Oh, before you was a dancer. Well, you never really lose how to do it, all right?
Yeah.
All right. So let me get you bend your toes, make a fist. Tell me if you feel pain or discomfort.
Like this?
Yeah, with your toes. With your toes.
Uh-huh.
Bend your toes over.
Bend my toes.
Your toes, like bend them over.
Okay.
Here, let me show you. I'll show you. Hold on.
Like this?
No, like bend them this way. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but keep them straight. Keep them straight like this, and then just bend. Just
towards.
there you
Oh,
go.
sorry. Thank
All
you.
right. Do you feel pain or discomfort while you're doing that?
No.
Is it easy to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Relax. Relax your feet. Spread your toes. Is it easy? That's kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
I see right here. Okay. Relax. Okay. Wiggle your toes for like 10 seconds. Tell me if you feel pain or discomfort while you're doing that. Is that easy to do?
Yeah.
Is it a little hard? I hear your toes popping.
Yeah.
I
But
hear-
I'm on heel every time. I'm a girl who works high heels.
Got it.
So everything is good about it. I feel good.
Got it. Okay. So let's wrap up the interview now. Okay.
Uh-huh.
In terms of like we talked about my approach, you said my approach was good to you. You thought that it was nice. Was there anything you thought that maybe I could do better in terms of my approach?
You personal?
Yeah.
No, I think you're very perfect. You make me so comfortable. I really like it. I
Thank
feel
you
like
so
you're my
much.
friend now.
Thank you so much. In terms of the interview, right? From
Yeah.
start to finish, did you see how everything was going in a line? Did it make sense to you? Did you learn anything new?
I learned new that know that what you do, I think it makes sense. It's
Okay.
good that you're doing. Lots of men will need that.
Nice.
And lots of women need to be more comfortable.
Women too, yeah. I just met a woman right now, right, for an interview right before I got to you, and she's self-conscious about her feet, but there's nothing wrong with her feet. She showed me one foot, nothing wrong with it, but she's self-conscious about it. And she says the guy she's dating now, she will not show her feet because she thinks that he's gonna like make fun of it or something. And I'm like, you have to get out of that because you don't know, like you're holding yourself back from life.
But you know, we still writing or not?
Yeah, keep going.
You know, different between me probably because I'm a dancer who compete be on stage. I'm used to people looking at me.
You're used to the attention.
So I'm probably not the right person for it because I'm very confident woman in general.
Yeah.
Sometimes men break up with me because I'm too confident. And this is what I'm working on to don't show it my balls.
Yeah, no. You shouldn't change that because you'll meet the right guy who accepts that, appreciates that. I think that a lot of times, and this goes back to another girl I interviewed last week. She said the same thing. She broke up with her boyfriend because he didn't like the fact that she was like independent. She could do a lot of things on her own. He wanted to kind of be like the savior, save her from everything. It's like she didn't really need help in everything. So
I have this guy. So yes, but I'm liking that you speak about this because women need to understand men are really cool. Men are great creature.
yeah,
If not men, I'll probably be nowhere.
yeah.
Because I dance with a man, with a partner, right?
Uh-huh.
Men has always been great to me. Any kind of race, any kind of culture. I live in many countries before, not only in America. And sometimes we all have our own fetish.
Yeah.
We just don't talk to ourselves.
Yeah.
But we always have something which we like the most. For example, I always like men who have big chest and
Broad
shoulder.
shoulders and stuff like that. Yeah.
He could have big legs, whatever he does,
Yeah.
but if he have good chest, I'm like, okay.
You like that?
That's a bonus. You know,
I love
but
that.
we just did. So I think you're doing really good, and maybe it's make women comfortable too.
Okay. Let me ask you this. The last thing I'll ask, right? From a mental health standpoint, is there anything that like you would want to say to the people to help them out, to make it more easy? Maybe something that you learned in life.
What I learned in life, to don't overthink. Our biggest jail is in our head.
Mm-hmm.
And if people doesn't like you, it means they're not meant to be. I'm going through this situation right now. I meet some cool people right now and I see it's not working and he doesn't approach nice. If you don't do efforts, you will not get nothing. So I just want to say, be positive, believe in yourself. God will help you.
Love
Peace
it.
for Ukraine, peace for everybody.
Love it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you doing this interview with us, all right? And we
Thank
hope
you.
that you have a great one, okay?
Thank you. Have a
All right.
good day.